What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the weekly wrap-up report. As always, this is not financial advice, just my own take on the news for entertainment purposes. If you learn something new, give it a like for me. But can you believe it is already August? The summer is absolutely flying by. This is my favorite time of the year. I don't care if it's 104, 105 degrees outside. I love the heat. As you can tell, a little flex there. My body is, I need it. I need the sun. In the winter, I feel like I'm like a fragile little. The sun is the energy in the earth, so I need it on my skin. But we are already through the first week of August. That summer back to school feel is coming back. The summer distractions are almost over. That means the attention is coming back online and just in time. But with the end of summer comes the beginning of the next best season, fall. And when fall is here, that means NFL football is in the air. That's right, the NFL is coming back. Eagles opened the season last night, the preseason last night, against the Cincinnati Bengals. Our backup quarterback, we already have quarterback controversy in Philly. Like, I never listen to sports radio because it's just pure people complaining. And I am not a complainer. I do not believe in complaining. But some days you just got to turn it on. And Tanner McKee had an absolutely amazing first game in the preseason with 2 touchdowns and 250 yards. So, Hurts or McKee, I'm just kidding. Obviously, the Eagles are coming back off a Super Bowl victory. The ring, absolutely amazing. And I'm pretty super excited to show you guys what I've been working on. So as you know, I'm Jersey Racks for a reason. I invented a product during quarantine. I officially have the patent on this. It is an invisible wall hanger for your jersey. So once your jersey is on there, it looks like it's floating on the wall. You can't even see it. I'm going to sell like 100,000 of these things. So excited. So I'm going to start rolling these out. Get ready. You're going to see marketing all over the place for Jersey Racks. If you go to jerseyracks.com, obviously that's my old version. Nobody knows V2 yet except for my Hoge peeps that got the exclusive look right there. But, with the start of NFL season also comes fantasy football. And to get me into the Hoge updates, the Hoge Fantasy Football League is running it back for the 4th year. So we got a great group of guys in there that talk shit, have fun. We just mess around. It's a $100 USTD buy-in, and we obviously buy Hoge with that. And we have different competitions each week that you can win to win back some money. Last year, I'm kidding. Last year, I was the worst player in the league. Historically, over 3 years, I am ranked 8th. And I pay attention to football. I pay attention to fantasy football. I won my league. I'm in 2 big leagues, Hoge Finance and my main league. And I won that one last year. $4,000. Champion. And yet I came in dead last in the Hoge Fantasy Football League. It's competitive, and we talk some shit. So we are running it back for the 4th year. Super excited. Shout out to everyone that is playing and still obviously pays attention to Hoge. We're going to have some fun with that. But obviously, with Hoge, I have episode 2 coming out with Hoge and James Wynn. Timing, the market was going down. It's coming. It'll come out probably this Wednesday or next Wednesday. And you're going to like it. It's got Hoge. It's got James Wynn. It's fun, back and forth. And 2 cool trailers where Hoge comes to save the day from the market makers because nobody understands what absolute scarcity really means. So as you know, if you're a Hoge holder or you're paying attention, Hoge has created absolute scarcity. So every single day, because the Hoge Smart Contract is unchangeable, there's less and less Hoge every single day. And every day you wake up to more Hoge in your wallet. And that is unchangeable. So we haven't really ever had to comprehend scarcity on this type of level. So with ETH almost hitting $4,000 today, Hoge is the original meme token ever launched on Ethereum. Hoge Finance, the first one that ever went viral. And we would have been $1 billion market cap if it wasn't for ETH gas fees. They were $100 and $120 per transaction. Well, now ETH is ready for Hoge. And Hoge, the thing that started DeFi, the lore, many people's first meme token, is ready to make a comeback. It will only take one group to find Hoge, and they will absolutely send it because there is absolute scarcity to Hoge, and most of the remaining supply is lost and forgotten about. Nobody pays attention to Hoge, but like 50 of us. So if you find this video and you think true scarcity is a real thing, let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Hoge Finance has the squeeze of a lifetime set up. But enough about Hoge. We all know we love it. Let's talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is set to absolutely explode. 401ks are unlocking, TradeFi is shifting, companies everywhere are beginning to treat Bitcoin not just as an investment, but as a strategic reserve of the scarcest property ever invented. Bitcoin stabilized this week near $114,000. Investors priced in a likely Fed cut for the month of September. Other cryptos, a lot of people are saying alt season's coming. Ethereum, Cardano, XRP, all pumped at like 8% this week as well. Ethereum almost reached $4,000. Corporate Bitcoin is buying like crazy. Over 154 companies have raised nearly $100 billion in the first half of 2025 to add to their crypto balance sheets. So in 6 months, they have bought over $100 billion worth of of Bitcoin. Harvard just announced, or in their SEC filings, that they bought $120 million of BlackRock's spot Bitcoin ETF. The popular convenience store Sheetz, or however you pronounce it, I've never been to one. Sheetz now accepts Bitcoin and offers 50% off when paying with crypto. Can you imagine going to the grocery store and getting a 50% discount because you choose to use the hardest form of money ever invented? I wouldn't do it, but 50% is a pretty big savings. It's bullish, but this is also a bit risky. If price corrects, let's say Bitcoin were to dip under 100 million, some of these leverage buyers could trigger contagion where a lot of people sell off, but then other people would just buy it. Like, it's not going anywhere, guys. Come on, we're past that. A little insane fact I read, I just have to say, it has nothing to do with Bitcoin, but 50% of the NVIDIA employees now have a net worth of at least $25 million. Obviously, if you work in NVIDIA, you're very intelligent, you probably have a high-paying job, but they also have all the manufacturing, all the other stuff that they do, and over 50% of all the employees have a net worth of over $25 million. And that's just if you got paid in the stock while you work there and it's grown. It's pretty cool, But the US has had some regulatory shifts this week. The spot crypto trading has now been allowed on registered futures exchanges. So this is massive for long-term institutional adoption. 401k access to crypto. Trump this week just signed an executive order pushing for Bitcoin and crypto to be allowed in retirement accounts. It's not law yet, but it sends a clear message. The next financial system will include crypto. So as you know, I've told all of you for years now, since 2023, to take control of your 401k. It's called a self-directed brokerage account or a personal choice account, depending on what company you use. Most people, well, I can't say most people, a lot of people cannot actually take control of their funds. But it doesn't hurt to ask, and if you ask and they say no, you have to keep asking, because more than likely you're allowed. They're just confused about what you're asking. It's called a self-directed brokerage account. So you move your money from your Vanguard or wherever into something called a self-directed brokerage account. It's still a 401k. You can't touch the funds. You can't withdraw. Or you can take a loan against it, but you don't get taxed on trades. So you can invest in MicroStrategy, then move it into Tesla, and now with Bitcoin company, you can now put it into Bitcoin. So, you can take control of your own funds and play with it. Like, it's fake money. You don't get to touch it till you're 67 years old anyway. So, it takes one right decision on 10 grand in 20 years to become millions and millions of dollars. So obviously my bet is MicroStrategy. Put all your money into MicroStrategy. You will be like retired in 4 years. So no, I'm just kidding. I have no idea how much money you have. Not financial advice. But taking control of your 401k with what is coming, if you can get front run a little bit and get into these Bitcoin companies, one of the biggest ones this week is coming on Monday will be Satoshi Nakamoto. Naka. This is run by David Bailey, the CEO of Bitcoin Magazine. And when they IPO'd, it went up to like $22. I got in like 13. I did get out because I was playing all those little IPO plays, but they went down and down and down. They were now all the way down to like a $58 million market cap. When they have publicly announced that they have $1 billion about to go, that they have set aside, that's going into Bitcoin. $1 billion. Yet the stock is trading at a $50 million market cap. Now, I get it. It's kindly MD turning into Naka. So, like, all the shares get mixed around. A whole thing happens. But that's a 20x of just on their Bitcoin, let alone all the future plans that they have based around this company. So, you know, I made a big play today. I went in pretty big this morning. Went up 22%. I didn't get the 22%. I got like 8%. But the CEO, David Bailey, has been counting down since like he announced the end of July that they had their date with the SEC was August 11th. So every day has been like 9 days, 8 days, 7 days, 6 days. And obviously Monday is August 11th. So we'll see a major announcement coming from Naka. And supposedly they're going to turn the Bitcoin world upside down and bring corporate adoption to every country in the world. They want to create a micro strategy in every single country. So let's see how that goes. Get your Bitcoin. The SEC clarifies liquid staking does not count as a security. A huge win for DeFi products. So a lot of contracts, smart contracts, a lot of tokens create yield out of thin air sometimes. They just make it. So now when you stake your crypto and you get like paid a fee, that is not a security that you're accepting. So that helps. That is huge. That is huge. And Hoge, obviously we all get rewards every day just for holding. And that's smart contract all automatically. So again, no fear in the future. Hoge is a non-security. It is a thing that will exist in the world forever, that no one has control on. We can all do what we want. We can be a brand. We can bring attention to it as much as we want. But it will be a thing that can never be corrupted or changed. The rules are the rules to Hoge forever. Absolute scarcity is programmed in forever. And it just takes one group to find it. We will find it. The UK is falling behind due to slow ETF and stablecoin regulation. Ukraine, though, is, I don't know why I said it like that so excitingly, but Ukraine is drafting new crypto laws to align with Europe by the end of the month. It was written differently before. Someone messed up my rewrite. But let's talk about MicroStrategy really quick. I know the price action is the price action, but we all know what it is. To give you an idea, Palantir also had their earnings call this week. And they reported a net income of $404 million. So Palantir has been, like, for like 4 years, like 3 years, is going like this, up every day. I feel like I see 2%, 2%, 10%, 2% every day. It feels like it never goes down. MicroStrategy just posted a $10 billion net income. Okay, so Palantir, $404 million. MicroStrategy, $10 billion. So for 24 quarters worth of Palantir's net income, which is 6 years, MicroStrategy did that in 1 quarter. Yet, MicroStrategy is valued at $110 billion, and Palantir is valued at $380 billion. Make it make sense. I mean, I get it. I understand they have some crazy tech, but make it make sense. And last thing, GNS. Let's talk about GNS. We had a day there. So GNS bought back another 1 million shares, which is now 14% of the total shares the company is able to buy back. When that happened, the stock went up 40% in 1 day. It just shot up from 88 cents to like $1.20. And since then, it settled back down around $1. But it just shows you how quickly one little thing, one little fact coming out could absolutely send this thing, especially when we get this lawsuit information. So the lawyer for GNS, Wes Christian, hasn't lost a case in 15 years and has a 95% win ratio. So he is just waiting on some final information before the filing goes through. But again, they are an AI company, and they have tracked the trades every day for 2 years to prove this naked shorted spoofing made up shares that these companies create. We're holding something special. So, you know, it's going to be a roller coaster. It's going to pop. Trade how you want. I'm holding because I just want to see this thing play out a little bit here. But, you know, pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. And the CEO of GNS, Roger Hamilton, celebrated his birthday this week in Bali. He said in the next 12 months will be a triumph of creation versus destruction, of love versus hate, of versus good versus bad. I love this guy. Let's go, Roger. I got your back. GNS all day. And last thing, pretty cool. Obviously, Maha all day, make America healthy again. Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is now taking action to fully ban food stamps from being used for obtaining soda. If you want to buy a sugary soda, the U.S. taxpayer should not have to pay for it. The U.S. taxpayer should not be paying to feed kids foods, the poorest kids in the country, that will give them diabetes. We are spending $405 million a day on SNAP, and about 10% of that is going to sugary drinks. If you add candies, it goes up to 13 to 17% a day. So what is spent on, government subsidized food? 13% of that's sugary food that literally is super unhealthy for children. So we're getting rid of that, which is super, super exciting. But, that's all I got. Have a fun week. I'll see you in the chats. As always, scarcity will matter. Tell a friend.